morning, everyone, and I would like to thank all of you for making yourself available for this meeting. I have received apologies from absent from Marian, who cannot join this meeting as he is attending a course in Kuala Lumpur. I am afraid Miss Diana cannot be with us today as she is on medical leave. This is our second meeting to discuss the progress of our Wanita Hari Ini show. Before we proceed, Miss Hani, please read for us the minutes of the last meeting, please.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. To begin, I would like to go through the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on July 1st, 2022. First, let's go over the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on July 1st, 2022. Here are the minutes of our last meeting, which was on July 1st, 2022. First, 11 people attended the meeting and there was one absentee. The first agenda is show proposal for the broadcast. Items 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3 are fine. Okay, let's look at item 2.4 in the minutes. It says here that it was agreed that our broadcasting channel helps many people to manage their mental health during the COVID pandemic.
Thank you, Miss Hani. Did you go through the minutes of the last meeting? Does anyone have any amendments to make?
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. I noticed a slight error in the purpose of the show, which is to help many people to manage their mental health after the pandemic, not during the pandemic. And also, the exact number of attendees is 12 people, not 11. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ridwan. I will take note of this and make necessary corrections later. Is there any other amendment?
I think there is no other amendment.
Okay, thank you. In that case, would someone propose that the minute of the previous meeting be accepted, please?
If there are no more amendments, I hereby confirm the minutes of the last meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Zame. Would someone please second the proposal?
I second the proposal, sir.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Ridwan. I hereby confirm the minutes of the last meeting with two amendments. Before we proceed with the agenda, is there any arising matter that anyone would like to ask?
Yes, Mr. Hafiz. Alright. As we know that our show will be broadcasting on every weekend at 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. But based on the arising matters that have been asking in our last meeting that mentioned about less encouraging response because people nowadays do not watching television anymore, but we are targeting the general population. So today, I will explain about the progress that have been made to solve the problem, which is our technical and broadcasting crew have made a channel at two platforms, which is YouTube and Facebook, to make a live streaming at both platforms, and we will put the live streaming that have been recorded in this channel. So People can watch them if they miss the live. Other than that, we choose this way because it will be easier to share at other people by sharing the live streaming link or make a creative advertisement to encourage general population watch our show. And lastly, we can achieve our main purpose, that is to support Malaysians in leading emotionally, achieving healthier life. So, I would like to suggest to our company to approve in making YouTube and Facebook channel in order to broadcast these shows. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Game. Is there anything else?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to give a suggestion regarding the arising matter. We can add one more platform for our live show, which is TikTok. There are many users who spend a lot of time on TikTok, and I hope my suggestion will be taken into consideration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Laila. That is a good idea. If there is nothing more, let us move on to our next agenda, which is a progress report on Wanita Hari Ini project. May we start with Ms. Ridwa?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We now are one of the most outstanding broadcasting companies in Malaysia. So I see the necessity for us to come up with a show that centralizes mental health care and stability. It is crucial and yet important to play our role to overcome mental issues due to 2 years plus minus of restricted movement order, which has caused quite a chaos. Therefore, I would like to suggest to our company to organize a live broadcasting show Wanita Hari Ini that will be go on air for 2 hours daily from 8 to 10 a.m. Besides, our show will discuss on how to help ease the burden that affected all the community structures and aspects of healthcare, economic situation, job security, and social life. From what we read in the newspapers today, the suicidal rate in Malaysia rose to almost 500 cases from January to May. Indeed, I see this could be our social responsibility towards the society. Thank you.
I agree with you, Ms. Ridwa. There is a need for us to promote mental health issues and how to manage them to the public so we can help them to improve their quality of life, reduce illness for their mental and physical health, and save lives. In the long run, it will reduce healthcare use in general practice, leading to savings for the wider society. It will not only reduce illness, save lives, and save money, but it will also ultimately reduce the general practice workload as well as promoting resilience and good mental health in the healthcare workforce.
It is a brilliant idea to add the show daily. However, I would like you to reconsider the show time during the weekend, as I see it is not suitable. We all know that people would spend their precious morning on the weekend by sleeping, doing outdoor activities, and spending time with family, but rarely to sit in the living room just to watch television. Therefore, it is better if we can adjust the show time to the afternoon, and I would recommend the time is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I can see the idea that you are trying to come up with, Miss Laila, but unfortunately, I am partially disagree with you because, as we know, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a peak hour between lunch and resting time. So, I am suggesting rather than we disturb to go on air while peak hour, we should go for 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Is it okay?
I think those ideas are brilliant. I agree with you. We can take into consideration the suggestion. How about our question? Who will be invited to come to our show? Honey?
I am sorry, Mr. Hafiz, because clear I can't hear you clearly. Can you please repeat?
Okay, sorry, Miss Honey. Okay, how about our special guest who will be invited to come to our show, Miss Honey?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. We have a few people on the list to be invited as our special guests. All the possible guests are well known and experts in this field. The invited guests involved include Dr. Hazli Zakaria, Ustazah Asma Harun, Hanis Zalika, and Hairul Azrin. However, among these guests, only 3 people are available on that day, namely Dr. Hazli Zakaria, Ustazah Asma Harun, and Hanis Zalika. The amount of payment for their services is also within our budget. Hence, we agree to invite them as our guests for our show.
It is absolutely a great idea to invite them as our guests. They have a good image and are experts in this field. Hence, they are trustworthy and can help to influence people to watch our show. In the meantime, we can increase our rating show.
Okay, thank you, Miss Honey. I really hope that our guests can give their best in helping us to make our show more interesting. Can we move to the next details of the project, please?
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. For the title of our show that has been chosen is Coping with Endemic COVID-19, Healthy Mental Preparation, and we will talk about the ways to prepare ourselves mentally to continue our life healthier after all of difficulties that we through during pandemic COVID-19. That's all from me.
I agree with that, and I can see that the suggested title can catch audiences' attention.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zame. That is a good idea. So, who will be the presenter for our show, Miss Azmira?
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz. For your information, we have invited Ms. Hawa Rizwana to be our project presenter. We have sent an invitation email to her manager, and the good thing is we received the agreement a week after the email was sent. So, we will have Ms. Hawa Rizwana to be the presenter of our show project with some payment within our budget.
Pardon, I would prefer to invite Miss Uyaina Arshad to be our presenter for our show because she is a versatile host and has an incredibly good reputation and achievement. She has a lot of followers in all social media platforms, so many audiences can be reached. I believe that we can achieve our objective to spread awareness about mental health issues to the public successfully.
Thank you, Miss Laila, for the suggestion. First, we would like to invite Miss Uyaina Arshad, but because of her pregnancy, her booking quota is limited and already full for the period before the labors. Therefore, we will proceed to invite Miss Hawa Rizwana as we have checked her schedule and can fit in with our project.
Okay, thank you, Miss Azmira. I hope that Miss Ridwa, Miss Hani, Mr. Zame, and Miss Azmira will act on each program's detail. You may discuss this with your teams and ask for the opinion of the higher ups and report back to us in the next meeting. I'm afraid that we have a few minutes left. Is there any other business to discuss?
Yes, Mr. Hafiz. Do we get some financial allocation to include in our reports?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zame. That is a good question. Please state the expected budget that you need to carry out the task and send the draft of your budget proposal to me. I will try to get it approved and released within 2 weeks. Is there anything else to bring to your attention, everyone? Alright, since there is no other matter, let us bring this meeting to a close for today. Let us recap the meeting outcomes before that. So we all agree that our show will air on 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Monday to Friday. But on Saturday to Sunday, we don't decide yet. So please discuss about the time and I want to hear it in the next meeting. And for the invited guests, we will invite Dr. Hazli Zakaria, Ustazah Asma Harun, and Hanis Zalika. The title of the show is Coping with Endemic COVID-19 Healthy Mental Preparation. And for the presenter, we will invite Miss Hawa Rizwana. Okay, so we will meet again in the next meeting on the 25th of August. You have precisely a month to prepare for your report. See you in the next meeting. Thank you, everyone.